Coming up on this edition of Speed Chronicles, let the games begin.
SIG Media presents Speed Chronicles with Todd Lewis, powered by Rev TV.
Thanks for tuning in and checking out this week's edition of Speed Chronicles. We appreciate it. Available every Wednesday on the Rev TV YouTube channel and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on the social channels as well. Okay, where do you want to start the business? Do you want to start with the driver shuffling and moving around, or do you want to start with all the IndyCar news and the changes and the drama that's going on there? Let's talk about the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Markham. Announcement earlier today. Official, it's a done deal. It's a multi-year deal to move the race from Exhibition Place and around the CNE grounds to Markham, north and east of the downtown area. Yes, there are some that will like it. Yes, there are some that will not like it, but it seemed like this was the path forward for an awfully long time. Where do you want to start? How about going back a few years and not being able to get multi-year commitments from the city of Toronto to continue to race around Exhibition Place? The event that began in the mid-'80s and brought tens of millions of dollars of money into the city every year and was sort of getting the, well, we'll keep doing it, I guess, and we're not really wrapping our arms around you and embracing this historic event that is the second oldest event on the IndyCar Series calendar and continues to bring in crowds and tourists and create awareness for the city and bring in, as I mentioned, tens of millions of dollars every year. Then there was the announcement that Toronto would be host to some of the games to the World Cup in 2026. And immediately everyone went, uh-oh, we've had all kinds of construction going on at Exhibition Place. There's buildings popping up. There's expansion. There's things that are getting maneuvered around. The track was reconfigured slightly. The old Turn 11 isn't the Turn 11 when we started in the 80s. We had to move pit lane over to the other side of the road. What's going to happen? Well, the city decided that they would rather spend a few $100 million to get a few World Cup games, and, well, you'll see whatever happens to, our other events and sports facilities and sports teams. Well, be damned. They can just deal with it. So you get an idea of what kind of reception the city was giving to the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy, now of Markham. Not really warm and inviting, not really welcoming, something that's brought your city a lot of attention and a lot of money for decades. And from the organizer standpoint, if you decide, all right, we'll take a pass this year and return to the schedule in 2027, well, there's sure no guarantee you're getting back on that schedule, because there's other cities that are lining up and ready to be part of the IndyCar Series. Could be Denver. Arlington's got a new race coming next year. Could be Pittsburgh, could be Washington, could be other cities. Mexico's coming back into the schedule next year. You wait and see what happens. There's some changes coming to the IndyCar schedule next year. Expect the new schedule early next week. But Markham, when asked, said, hell yes, we want you here. No, we don't want you to just be here for 1 year on a tryout to see if it works and go back to Exhibition Place. We want you here. We want a multi-year deal. We'll do whatever it takes. So they're going to do the infrastructure work that's necessary. They want this event there. And that's the difference. That's the biggest difference. Am I a little sad and feeling a little nostalgic that 40 years is going to come to an end of IndyCar racing around the CNE? Yeah, sure. I got some great memories of fantastic events and happenings and times I enjoyed as part of that. As a fan, sometimes getting to work there and work as part of the event, great years of memories going back to the beginning. The fun part about this is that you've got a city that wants this event. It's still in the GTA area. It's still readily accessible by roads and public transit. And you still have your loyal fans who want to be part of it. You're also going to expose to a bunch of new fans that didn't want to make the trek down to the CNE from the greater Toronto area. It's like, nah, it's too much hassle. I'm not going to go down there. Oh, it's closer to me now, or it's in a different spot. I can still take public transit and get there. Okay, I'll give it a try. New course. I don't know how it's going to be. There will inevitably be some massaging and changes that take place, but let's go see what happens. It seems like they've got the right idea. Passing zones, unique corners. Let's give it a try. There were other cities and places contacted about moving the race. Didn't play out. This seemed the best option. Again, we want this event here. We're ready to give a multi-year commitment. Those are some good things. Your title partner, the Ontario Honda Dealers, said, yeah, we're in. We want to continue. Who's to say if you skip a year that they don't decide to take their money somewhere else? It's a business decision. It's an event that makes money, brings in a lot of money to the city, makes money too. Oh, why didn't they even try to move it to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park? Because that's a different kind of event. That's a road course. That's a whole different set of circumstances, not to mention the safety and upgrades that would have to take place. It's a different kind of event. This is a city street race. That's a road course. Promoters have a good event. It makes money. It brings money into the city. People like it. It's changing location. Circuits have changed over the years. I'm eager to see what new memories can be made, especially by the amount of enthusiasm for it. And there was an awful lot of attention from media on the announcement of the change too. Interesting to see what happens there. Other IndyCar news. Became official, Will Power will not return to Penske next year. No surprise. This has been talked about for a year. I'm calling BS and I still don't believe it was his first choice. Go back further. End of last year, he said, I want a contract. Didn't happen. No, well, we'll talk next year. Then you have the colossal Penske implosion and house cleaning, and who wins a race this year? First for Penske? Will Power. Won a few races last year. Had a good year. Nope. Some teams get rid of athletes before the decline really starts. I think Will's got a year or two. Maybe it's even 3 left. I don't know. When it goes fast. And there can be a really fast decline. Penske didn't want to do that. His choice a year ago? No. His choice now? Okay, maybe. Because apparently it's a done deal that Will's going to race for Andretti next year. I'm interested to see how this works out. Chevy guy going to Honda, that's a big deal. Colton Herta out of the car to be reserve driver, maybe race F2. I don't get it. I don't see the pathway for success. Okay, Cadillac, you've got your American driver, but he's not going to be participating in the races because he doesn't have the license. Is he going to run F2 to get enough points next year? He'll be 26 next year. Is he going to run in F1 the year after that? He'll be 27. That's not a time to be starting your F1 career. It's too late. It's a young person's game. I don't see the path to success. Yeah, okay, you can say you've got an American driver. You want to create a path for American drivers. I get that. I don't understand this move. If it's sponsor driven, I get it, maybe, but it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you give up. You got a good thing going in IndyCar, and I don't know why you take a pass on it. We'll see. Buckle up. It's only been a few days, but there's an awful lot of IndyCar news, don't you think? More to come. As I said, the schedule early next week. What else? NASCAR Canada finished up their final road course event, Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, their Labor Day event. It's a good event. Crowd I thought was a little light. It happens. Everybody talking about the move Marc-Antoine Cameron made, just like he did in the spring. Nudged the driver in first out of the way on the last lap, takes the checkered flag, scores the victory, and everyone's all up in arms about it. Look, they let it go in the spring. Later on in the year, when Marc-Antoine Cameron bumped Kevin Lacroix out of the way in Saskatoon, they penalized him. He was already on probation. Okay. If you didn't do anything about it in the spring, if he's on probation and you don't do anything about it now, This is the rules. That is the way they're going to enforce them. Lots of leagues enforce them this way. A little loose at times. Okay. I'm not a fan of bump and run. I'd like to see drivers make a pass. It was especially frustrating on the weekend because I think Mark would have passed him on the last lap regardless. I think he got on him faster than he maybe intended, and he hit him. He's not shy to do that. Do I want to see drivers make passes and not bump people out of the way? Yes. I still think he would have got him. Sam Fellows fell down to third place. He didn't take any tires during the race. Mark did take tires. That was a difference. Probably a little more horsepower. That was a difference. Connor Bell got by Sam Fellows on the last lap. Terrific pass. I don't know that Sam would have held on for the win. Still got the best ever finish. It's a small consolation, I know. We didn't even get to Formula One yet. We didn't even get to the NASCAR lawsuit yet. That's because there's a lot going on. As I said, buckle up. Lots coming on. Lots more IndyCar news as well. The schedule coming next week. We'll get into more F1. We didn't even get into the NASCAR lawsuit. There's still a lot to digest in terms of that coming as well. Thanks for checking out this week's edition of the Speed Chronicles podcast. We do it every Wednesday. Get it on your favorite podcast platform, on the Rev TV YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Follow the social channels as well. Thanks for watching. Do it again next week.